came in 6.5 pounds over. Wow.
Unbelievable, people. We live.
Salute, 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 salute.
Hit that button. Come on in.
Come on in. Come on down.
Come on down.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Salute to JJ Short Deuce. Des Deuce. Real deal in the building. What's shaking? What's shaking? I apologize for being late, people. Once again, had another headache. Is looking at the screen, I think, and starting my new diet, as me and Clay was talking about earlier.
Yeah, that sugar.
It's just it got to me, man. Got a massive headache again. Tying Scott, the Queen, she's in the building. We got Stephen L. Mack in the building. Joe Johnson in the building. 818, he in the building. Hold on. 1 second, people. 1 second. My brother, 818 in the building. Jay Batu in the building. YG Knight in the building. DVJ 600 in the building. RC in the building. Great Gambino in the building. Southwest Dice in the building. Solitude in the building. Brandon Broussard, he in the building. What happened? The Queen, Tyanna Scott, she's in the building. Randall 700 in the building. A Rob in the building. The Future in the building. Nephew G Tatted Up, he in the building. Stephen Jonigan in the building. Blade Brown in the building. Jesse R, he in the building. Charles Patterson in the building. Stephen Williams in the building. Travis Givens, he in the building. Big G in the building. Big G said, I'm the biggest hater of Tank Davis. Big G,
woo!
We got $200 for you to click the link.
That boy waited all day long. Put on his notification. Put on his notification to come in right in the beginning of the show to let that be known.
Big G, don't disappear. Hit the link. Maya Egypt, the Queen, she's in the building.
With the notification game.
King Bryant in the building. He said, just me and E in the building. My brother, the Drew Titan LLC, he in the building.
Drew.
Stephen L. Mack, my brother in the super chat. Much love, family. Y'all must have forgot he in the building. Mo Taylor in the building. DSA1 in the building. Solomon Yisrael in the building. Mr. Holmes in the building. Who else we got? Kadesh Hashim in the building. He said, just watch a bit of KD last night. Yes, Tank can get him.
Just watch
Keyshawn Davis?
Okay.
Yeah. Memphis 10 Will in the building. Timothy 7 Deuce 688 in the building. Oh yeah, we got the link for everybody. The Queen, Rachel Donaire, she's in the building.
Salute, Rach.
Blessings, Queen. Country Q Deuce 5, he in the building. Get Money, Kane's Gaming Channel in the building. Hood Rich 410, he in the building. Listen to what these people say. It's to the point, even Boxing News using Tank name for clout. It's starting to look like Tank hate. Boy, oh boy.
Y'all don't want us to talk about him, bro. It's crazy.
Kurt the Flirt in the building. D-Man Jr. in the building. Keith Johnson in the building. The GOAT 9-5 in the building. Marcus R. in the building. G. Hadid 360 in the building. Edward Shaw in the building. Jonathan Simon in the building. Chris Legg, what's up, Chris? In the building. Mark Oak in the building. Jim Brown in the building. Him not them in the building. Light Eyes in the building. K. Mueller in the building. D-Man Jr. in the building. Jarrell Freeman, he in the building. Poe Porter in the building. Biz 0128, he in the building. Jay Grant Jr. Where you go? Oh, there you go. Jay Grant Jr. in the building. Maurice Childs in the building. 619 Cali Factor in the building. Alex Shield Jones in the building. Loli LaShaw in the building.
Yeah. Christopher the Prophet.
Chris Gordy in the building. Christopher the Prophet. Get Money. And more importantly, we got my brother, my co-host, Claymore Rain. He's in the building.
Salute. Back at it with another one. I appreciate being on this platform. Once again, another day. We get to cook on some boxing. They're going to be mad.
They're going to be mad. They're going to be big mad. See, they already mad, Clay. He came in talking about, man, even how silly that, bro.
We need to get the videos in here with on the board, and we need to get the plies. You mad. You
but
big
Clay,
mad.
But Clay, how silly can you be to say boxing news is clout chasing? How silly do you sound?
Your man's on top of the game, man. He the face of boxing. Why wouldn't we be talking about him if he's in the news?
And he's
like we done brought the dude from the dead. You act like we brought him from the dead and we just won't leave him alone. And bro, he's in the news, bro. He's doing stuff. He's tweeting. He's getting into it with a fighter who's headlining his own card on Friday night in his own division. Come on, man.
You can't make this up, bro. You can't make this up. The legend, the first ballot Hall of Famer, multi-division world champion.
Talk about him.
Some would say the second greatest Filipino fighter in boxing history.
The Flash.
The Filipino Flash.
No
has
Nito.
Blessed us with his presence. No Nito, don't near. Drop the bombs on it, Clay. We got a legend in the building.
Yeah.
Cerebral one.
Yeah.
What's up, family? Now, the brother said put the link. No problem, great brother. No problem. We could start the show off like that. No problem. Y'all emotionally driven. How you say it? Emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
They can't help themselves, bro. They go to the link, great bro. And this link is just this link is, what's the brother name? What's his name? Big G. The link is for Big G.
Oh yeah,
G,
you know.
Go ahead.
For all the Tank fans in the building, definitely, man. Shout out G Chat up for reminding us. Happy birthday to Tank, man. I don't know. I don't know if he got to make it to Japan, if he got the passport stamped, or if he's still in the States. But happy birthday, brother. The big 3-0 is on top of your head, man. I hope you do some great things on your birthday, and we hope to see you do even greater things in boxing. Salute to you, brother.
Yes, sir. G Tatted Up Nephew in the super chat. He said, today is Tank B Day, so the trolls are lurking.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he the one that he went out his way to talk, so we can't mention him. What are we talking about? It's boxing.
Come on, bro.
It's
You don't even
boxing.
know if we're gonna say something nice. You don't even know. We don't even know if we're gonna say something nice. Y'all don't even wait for us to talk no more. Y'all just come straight at us, bro.
Because I put the title Beef or Duck. Is
Hey,
he
man.
beefing or is he ducking? Will Smith, my brother. What's up, Will? Right? Muscle up, Kev. What's up, family? So my thing is this, right? The reason I even titled it that way, Clay, was because if it's beef, you're going to handle it.
Right.
Or what are we doing?
Right.
Because he's in your division.
Yeah.
And if you really feel that way, right? If you really truly feel that way about what he's saying, I don't get, this is something I don't get, Clay. You are in the hurt business. You are in combat sports.
Yep.
You get to put hands on people legally and get paid to do it.
A lot of money.
A lot of money, right? When he says, I'm going, he talking about his mom, he talking about his brothers, and then he says, I'm talking about everybody, now what? Do something. What possibly is he going to do?
Yeah, I'm supposed to take it to the streets. We drill rapping now. You know what I'm saying? We gonna spin the block, or can we do what we get paid to do? Handle this business in this squared circle in front of the world, bro. And you got to shut another hater up. Shut him up. That's what boxing provides you the ability to do. You say you like to fight.
And that's my thing, right? And the reason I titled it this way, right, Clay? Because it's up to him again. Nobody else can force him to fight. He the only one. What Keyshawn said in the interview with Nazi and Cigar Talk, he got mad at Nazi for asking a question.
And that's a big part of it too, Blue. A big part of it. The fact that Nazi's asking the question and everybody wants Keyshawn to be humble and be like, I don't want to talk about that. I won't say that man's name. Yo, hey, no comment, brother. You know that they get mad at us when we talk. What are y'all talking about, bro? He's supposed to answer the question. He ain't gonna shy away from the energy, and he think he that. He think he him. What are you supposed to do?
Right, like, bro, what are you gonna do? Take it to the streets? Like, what is he? So Cerebral One, brother in the super chat. He said, fellas, Key can beat Tank, bully the bully. I don't know if he'll beat him.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if he'll beat him or not. Key got, he's young in the game.
Right.
He's not young in age per se because he's not far behind. He's 25. So Devin is 25. Ryan is 25. Shakur is 27. T.O. is 27. So he's in their age range, but he stayed in the amateurs longer. Right? Sam, what's going on? IVS, what's good? The Fan Corner, what's good? So therefore, the fact that he stayed in the amateurs, his age doesn't reflect where they at. So he only has 11 fights. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And if he'd have won gold, right? If he would have won gold. Now look at this dude right here, Clay. Look at this guy. Look at this joker. This dude said, this is why I unsubscribed from this clown. Yet he's here.
But he got the notification though. I ain't signed on, but I'm gonna hit that notification.
Right. So Magic John 528. Click the link. It's in the chat.
You want to be famous?
Greatest Joys. Is that you? G? Hello.
I know it better not be
you can hear me?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, what's up? What's good, y'all?
Well, we can pull that down?
Yeah. What's going
y'all
on, brother?
Can hear me? What up,
yeah.
though? How y'all brothers doing,
with your
man?
family? We doing good,
much,
King.
Man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I made that statement, man. I'm a huge boxing fan. I don't really take any biases when it comes to boxing. The sport is the sport, and Tank Davis is at the top of the sport. And I feel like you're a big Tank Davis hater. That's my opinion.
Okay.
I support you. I love your channel. I do watch it, but I feel like every time I watch your channel, you hate no Tank Davis. So,
right.
that's my opinion.
Now, let's just look at the definition of hate, because see, today's time in today's climate, we just use words because other people push these words out there, and we use them out of context, right? To say that I'm hating, right? This is something that has been created, unfortunately, by our community, right? In the Black community, we created these words, hate. You hating on Tank Davis, right? By what reason, right? That means I'm feeling intense dispassion or dislike for someone, right? Is that what you get from me? That's the definition of hate.
Yeah, in regards to boxing, absolutely.
Okay, so you get intense dislike and dispassion for me when I say this about Tank. That's the definition you got, right?
In regards to boxing.
In regards to boxing, right?
Absolutely.
Now, this is my job as a journalist in the sport of boxing, right? So if you claim to be at the top, should I not have high standards for you?
Absolutely.
Now, I don't know if you watch other sports. Do you watch other sports?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Don't know how old or young you are, but I grew up in the era of Michael Jordan and so on and so forth, right? Magic Johnson, Larry Bird. When Magic Johnson and Larry Bird were at the top of their game in the NBA, the demands and the expectations were extremely high for both, because of where they were drafted, because of their talent, and because of the aura. So if you're going to be held accountable, that you don't think the NBA is going to hold them accountable if they are claiming to be the best? Suppose Magic Johnson. You got Magic Johnson, you got Larry Bird, right? One is in the Eastern Conference, one is in the Western Conference. In boxing, you have guys in your division and around your division that you can compete against. Now, if you were able to choose in the NBA, see, you can't choose in the NBA. But if you were able to choose what team you wanted to play, and Magic Johnson chose to play against the Atlanta Hawks in the finals, then he chose to play against the Cleveland Cavaliers, and the Boston Celtics was right there as the Eastern Conference champions, what would you say about Magic Johnson, and what would the NBA's thought pattern be about Magic Johnson?
I mean, that's the equivalent fallacy, because you can't compare the NBA to boxing, because we know how to.
I gave you an example. I said you cannot choose, but if you could choose, and Magic Johnson chose to play against the Cleveland Cavaliers, and he chose to play against the Atlanta Hawks, opposed to choosing to play against the Boston Celtics, what would you say, and what would the NBA's thoughts be about that?
I would say that's a weak move.
Okay. Now, I'm asking you, do you think that the NBA would discuss this pretty much every other day?
Absolutely, because it's something that they would want to see. It would be a matchup that they would want to see.
Now, would you consider them hating on him?
No, I wouldn't consider it hating on them in that sense. No, I wouldn't.
So then, now I'm going to ask you, give me 3 things I hated on Tank Davis about.
No problem. One, not giving him the recognition, and saying that he was ducking Devin Haney. I don't believe Tank ever ducked Devin Haney. I think that was
that's your number one, right?
Yeah, that's number one. When you said he ducked Devin Haney,
okay, cool.
Tank never ducked Devin Haney.
Okay, cool. It's fair to say that Devin Haney is not as big of a star and doesn't have as much control as Tank Davis, correct? Would you say that?
No, I wouldn't say that.
So you think Devin Haney is as big as a star as Tank Davis?
I wouldn't say he's as big as star as Tank Davis, but I do believe Devin Haney is a boxing star. I
No, he's
wouldn't
a
say he's
superstar,
bigger
but
than Tank Davis.
he's not bigger than Tank, though, right?
No, I wouldn't say so. No.
Do you think that Devin can force the fight with Tank?
I believe that he can take the B side, and I don't believe Devin Haney was trying to take the B side when in regards to fighting Tank. I
Right.
felt like Devin Haney since he had all the belts, I felt like he would have demanded a little bit more than what he was worth. So
Now, let me
no,
say
I
this.
don't think Devin Haney would have took the B side.
Let me say this, right, King? Uh, um, and this is no disrespect. I'm saying this. Women, when you having a debate with women or you having a conversation or argument with women, they tell you how they feel. They don't tell you about the facts. They tell you how they feel, right? So you're telling me how you feel, what would have been the case. But the facts is you don't know because Tank never even reached out to have a conversation, right? That's just how you feel. Correct?
Never reached out to have a conversation in regards to fighting Devin Haney.
Yeah.
No, I think they had plenty of conversations. I've seen Bill
Okay.
talk to Calvin Ford.
Mhm.
I think they had plenty of conversations. If they wanted to make the fight happen, if because we seen Devin Haney make the fight happen with Ryan Garcia.
Mhm.
We seen Tank make the fight happen with Ryan Garcia.
Mhm.
Ryan Garcia took the B side. He took
Okay. So
everything that Tank offered him. So
okay. So
I believe if Devin really wanted to fight, I believe that he could have negotiated the fight.
okay. So now, when did they have negotiations for you to know that Devin Haney was not trying to be the B side?
Well, I don't know if they had straight up negotiations, but I'm saying
Well, that's the only
if
way.
Devin,
That's the only way for us to know if he was going to be the B side or not going to be the B side. Correct. The only way you know if a woman's going to allow you to take her out on a date is if you ask her. Correct.
I mean, he was automatically going to be the B side anyway.
Right. So when did Tank start negotiations to begin to be for us to find out if Devin was going to be the B side or not?
Well, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if they had negotiations, but I know if they wanted the fight to happen, I know the fight would have happened. And I don't believe
No,
that.
no.
I don't believe.
Now let me stop you.
Go
If
ahead.
Tank wanted the fight to happen, the fight would have happened. Devin Haney, Bill Haney, and Eddie Hearn, along with Turkey Al-Sheikh, reached out to Gervonta Tank Davis to try to negotiate a deal to fight Devin Haney after Devin Haney beat Regis Prograis.
Well, that's the mistake right there, Blue. Because how he gonna negotiate a deal
Okay, now
as
let me
a
stop
B
you. Let me
side
stop.
with
I gotta
Tank?
stop. I gotta stop you again.
How he gonna negotiate a
Tank,
deal?
brother, if Tank never reaches out, how do they even begin to negotiate if Devin doesn't reach out to try to make it happen?
Do you know if Tank never reached out?
Did you ever show me where Tank reached? Of course I know, but I'm asking you
That's
to
what
show
I'm
me.
asking. Like, do you
Of
know
course I know,
if
and you
they
know
never
as
reached
well.
out?
When did Tank reach out? If Tank reached out to send a offer to Devin Haney, that means Devin Haney turned it down. Wouldn't that be everywhere?
Not necessarily. You don't know if them negotiations was private or not.
Bro, if with the
Bill,
way Bill Haney talk on social media, the way Devin talk and the way Tank talk and Calvin and Kenny, the way they talk, everybody is very vocal. If they sent that man an offer and Devin said no, the whole world would know, right?
I wouldn't necessarily say that because some negotiations is private because they don't
Bro,
always go
bro,
through.
bro,
So
bro.
I wouldn't
Bro,
necessarily say that.
I'm gonna ask you again, brother. Let's be honest. If I'm gonna ask you again, if Devin Haney was offered a deal from Tank Davis and Devin Haney said no, wouldn't it be everywhere?
I'm pretty sure it would,
Okay.
but you're going away from the point that I'm
No,
making.
brother, you trying to use semantics. Don't do that with me.
I'm not using
Yes, you
semantics.
are. You using hypothetical. Well, if he really, bro, Okay, did Lomachenko just turn down Tank Davis?
Yeah, we clearly seen that.
Okay, why did we see it?
Because he turned down the negotiations.
Okay, now does Tank have the rivalry with Lomachenko that he has with Devin?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Okay, so you know very well, like I know, and the rest of this world, if he sent Davis and Haney an offer and Davis and Haney turned it down, the whole boxing world would know about it and would be clowning Davis and Haney, correct?
Like I said, I wouldn't say that because I don't know if he ever sent them an offer, or if they was, or if they had negotiations.
Great brother.
Those negotiations could have been private.
Great brother, you're playing games with me. I'm gonna ask you again. If Devin Haney turned down an offer, you've been in this boxing space for, I'm pretty sure. If Devin Haney turned down an offer from Tank Davis, you would know about it. The whole world would know about it. Correct?
Yeah, correct.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, this is what I'm saying, Blue. Offer, yes, but negotiations, you don't know if they negotiated anything privately. It probably never got to. It probably never got. It probably never got to an offer.
When they tried to reach out to him, right? Again, didn't he put up a video dancing in the dark and saying, you don't know who to get in contact with to make a fight? Didn't he do that? Yes or no?
I'm not aware of that video. Maybe
how come we always have? We have that amazes me.
Do you believe they offered Devin Haney a fight?
I believe they negotiated.
You do, and you believe Devin Haney turned it down?
I wouldn't say turned down the offer because it was no offer publicly displayed from Tank. But what I'm saying is, with as big as stars as both of them are, I believe that they negotiated something and it just didn't get to an offer.
All right, so let me ask you this: if they didn't negotiate, if they didn't offer a negotiation, if that didn't happen, just entertain it for a minute, does that mean that Tank Davis never, was trying to fight Devin Haney?
No, I believe that Tank Davis would have fought Devin Haney.
No. I'm saying if. I'm saying in a fantasy world, if there was no negotiation, if Tank's team never reached out to Devin Haney's team to negotiate a fight, if they never did, right? If they never did, would that mean that Tank wasn't trying to fight Devin in that world?
No.
Okay. What does that mean then?
No. Like I said, I believe. I mean,
no. Wait. Don't go into what you believe. What you believe right now is that they didn't negotiate. I'm asking you to entertain that. I'm asking you to be in this world where they didn't negotiate. I don't want to know what you believe. I want you to put yourself in a place, in a world where they didn't negotiate and they didn't offer anything to Devin Haney. In that world, specifically, in that world, would that mean that he's not trying to fight Devin?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Okay, what would that mean then?
That would mean that the fight, if they never negotiated, that would have mean that the fight just wasn't negotiable. I mean, I don't know what else you want me to say.
What does not negotiable mean? What does that mean?
It could be for anything. I mean, like I said before, like I was trying, hold on, let me speak, man. Like I was trying to say,
what reason?
Y'all, it's like y'all interrogating me with questions.
No, I don't want it to be that when I'm interrogating you, but I'm trying to get you to entertain.
I thought we was having a conversation, but I'm getting interrogated with questions.
No, Clay ain't interrogating you.
The point, what is?
Let me tell you, great brother. Clay is not interrogating you. I am, because you put a jacket on me that don't fit. Right. You label me a hater. Now you have to explain why I'm a hater.
I am. I'm trying to explain it.
Okay.
Yeah, let me explain.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was trying to say, both of these fighters are great fighters. I'm not taking anything away from Devin Haney. I'm a boxing fan, but it's more to making the fight happen than what we see in the public. You know that. You a boxing commentator. You know that is more than what we just see in the public. Weight, all that stuff matters. When Devin Haney was fighting at 135, he was barely making 135. He was
Did he ever miss weight?
Hold on. He was weight drained, and Bill Haney, they didn't want to fight Tank Davis at 135. And that's a fact.
Bro, what are you talking? This is why bro, I gotta stop.
They was not trying to fight Tank Davis at 135.
Great brother. Stop.
You know that.
Stop. This is the nonsense that we go through, and then y'all have the audacity to label me a hater. That just sounds crazy. What are you talking about? Devin didn't want to fight Tank at 135. They was at the same weight class for 5 years. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know.
Do you know that?
Devin, when the fight, I know.
Okay,
Devin was at 135.
Please explain to me. When Devin got the belt, didn't Tank say, and his team say they're not interested in belts?
I mean, at that time, yeah, because it didn't matter. I mean, you.
Okay, so by
you being a boxing fan.
Now let me bro. Let me ask you this question. You just said belts didn't matter. What do you mean it didn't matter?
You know how many belts it is now? They got a regular
champion. What does that have to do with it? What does that have to
champion.
What does that have to do with it?
They took away the credibility of belts. So they don't matter when you got a regular champion, a super champion, and all that. They don't matter.
Terrence Crawford being undisputed didn't mean nothing. Artur Beterbiev just beating Bivol don't mean nothing. Usyk beating Tyson Fury that didn't mean nothing.
I didn't say the fight didn't mean that. I'm talking about
you just said the belts didn't matter. That's not a big deal.
I'm talking about the hard way because
let me ask you a question.
The belts are watered down.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
let me ask you
there's too many of them, and you know that.
Didn't Tank say he wanted to fight Devin Haney in 2022? He said, after I beat Rolly, I'm fighting him. Didn't he say that?
Yeah, I think he did say that. But you said they never. You said that they never negotiated.
We going into 2025. Did you see the fight?
Nope, I ain't see the fight.
And you ain't see the fight because of Devin Haney, correct?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe
Devin
I didn't see the fight because they didn't come. I believe I didn't see the fight.
So you said that they was negotiating. So again, let me ask you again, because you said that they was negotiating, right? And they just didn't offer wasn't sent. Ain't that what you said?
I said they probably negotiated, but I don't think it ever got to an offer on Tank and them side.
So that means somebody wasn't willing to budge, correct?
I wouldn't say that. It could have been a lot of. It could have been. It could have been a lot of. It could have been a lot of.
You said you got the other sport. Let me put it in another term. If you negotiating, I'm a 49er fan. They was negotiating with Brandon Ayuk, the wide receiver. They couldn't come to an agreement. So that means somebody wasn't willing to budge, correct?
Yeah, probably so.
Okay, so that means somebody was turning something down, right? Somebody was saying, I don't want this, or I'm not taking this, or I'm not paying this, correct?
Probably so. Absolutely.
Right. So what you're saying is an offer wasn't sent. The offer has to come from Tank Davis because he's the A side, correct?
Yeah, I believe that the offer would have came from PBC.
So then you're telling me that Devin Haney turned the offer down, right?
No, I'm not telling you he turned down the offer. What I'm telling you is that they probably
he wasn't willing to agree. He wasn't willing to agree with what Tank Davis was offering, right?
Probably not, because Tank Davis was not going back up to 140.
Yeah,
we all knew that.
You're the only person on this green earth that has that thought pattern. Not even Tank Davis and his team believes that.
Was Tank
they
Davis
have admitted
going up?
Leonard Ellaby has admitted that they never sent the offer because the fight wasn't ready. You do know that, right? Calvin Ford.
Like I said, it probably never was an offer that got established
So
because they
then, why would
probably
they
never made it through negotiations.
Let me ask you this question. This is just common sense. If Devin is and Bill and Turkey Al-Sheikh and Eddie Hearn are trying to get in contact with Tank to negotiate, yet you said that they had to have some sort of negotiations, but it just didn't reach to the point of an offer being sent. That means that they would have the actual contacts. They would know who to contact to begin negotiations again, right?
Yeah, but
There's
Blue,
no but.
man.
So then Devin Haney, when Tank Davis did the interview, well, he did the video, he said, y'all don't know who to get in contact with. Which means that they don't have the contact information, which means they was never negotiating ever.
So you telling me Bill and them don't know how to get in touch with Devin Haney? I mean, don't know how to get in touch with Tank and their team?
Clearly,
is that what you telling me?
Didn't Tank say
So
y'all don't know?
you telling me that they don't know how to get in touch with
brother. No, brother, I'm gonna ask you again. Tank Davis said y'all don't know who to contact to make a fight. He said that, and he was laughing about it, and he was dancing. Now, in that video, you said that he would be willing to fight Devin. So why would he make a video dancing in the dark, laughing at them for trying to reach out to make a fight instead of giving them the information to make the fight?
Yeah, because the fight, like I said, man, you still missing my point. Like I said, the fight probably never got to an offer. The reason it never got to an offer is because I heard Devin Haney say when he was at 135, when he was at 135, I understand that they both was at 135 for 5 years together. I'm not disputing that. But Devin said that when I thought the fight was going to happen, Devin said that he was going up to 140 and he could not make 135 no more. Tank said that he wasn't going back up to 140.
Okay, now let me ask you a question. Who fought at 140 first?
Tank fought at 140.
Mm-hmm. And who was getting ready to fight at 140 or looking to fight at a catchweight or something right now? Tank Davis, right? So he was at the division for 5 years with Devin, never sent an offer, never negotiated, never looked to fight him, as his team and him already said. They made that already clear, regardless of what you want to try to make it feel, because that's how you feel. It doesn't matter how you feel. The facts are the facts, is that they never had any type of conversation about a fight. Leonard Ellaby has said this. Tank has said this. Hence the reason why before he fought Rolly, he said, you know what? Devin Haney, I want to fight him. He never negotiated a fight with him. Before he left Floyd Mayweather in 2021, going into the Rolly fight, he said on Gillian Wallow, I never even asked for those fights. I never even thought about those fights. So how could he possibly have negotiated with them? It's amazing how you know more than Tank Davis.
No, I think, like I said before, you're not looking at the things around.
I'm going to ask you again, brother. Tank Davis himself said that he didn't ask for the fight. He never negotiated the fight. So what are you talking about? Don't tell me how you feel. He said he never asked for the fight. He never even thought to ask for the fight. Leonard Ellaby said it wasn't ready to happen. Hence the reason why going into the Frank Martin fight, he said he had a hit list that Devin Haney was on, Shakur was on, that he was going to go into those fights. He was planning to fight them. He never had talks or conversations to fight them. So he told you he was going to fight Devin Haney in 2022, and he never did it. He told you after he beat Isaac Cruz, I believe it was, or Mario Barrios, whoever it was, that he was going to go back down to 130 and fight Shakur Stevenson. Then he turned around and said, you know what, he can't make the weight. He ain't going to fight Shakur Stevenson. He told you that. So I'm going to ask you again, brother. That's just one thing you said that I'm hating on him about. We just cleared that up. What am I hating about? Truth can't be hate, brother. Truth cannot be hate. Do you understand that? When you're telling somebody the truth about a situation, it can't be hate. The fact is, he is at the top of the hill, and he's being held accountable for not making the fights that he has the power to make. Do you understand that?
Let me
The
ask
same
you a
way
question.
so let me ask you a
Let me
question.
ask you a question, Blue.
Oh
Before
no,
you
let me
ask
ask
me
you this
another.
question. Do I hate on
Okay.
Canelo Alvarez?
No, I ain't never seen you hate on Canelo.
How come you conveniently? So you only click the link when I'm talking about Tank. You don't click the link when it's about Canelo?
No, because I ain't heard you talk junk about Canelo.
Oh
That's
yeah?
all.
You didn't hear people say I'm a racist? I don't like
No,
Latinos. I don't like Mexicans. You missed all of that, but you said
I
you
ain't hear
said you
that.
support me. You
I
watched me.
hear
That's
none
what
of
you
that.
said.
I hear none of that. I wouldn't say that.
All right, so
I
now let me ask you a
just think
question.
I just think you're a boxing fan with a bias. That's all. That's all I'm
No, I'm
saying.
not a boxing fan with a bias. You're a boxing fan with a bias. I'm a boxing journalist. This is my job, and I'm a fan of boxing as well. So
And you got a bias against Tank Davis. That's all
okay.
I'm
So
saying.
what? Again, I just proved you wrong. Again, with the Devin Haney situation, he didn't try to fight Devin Haney. He ain't looking to fight Devin Haney. Okay. So now, what's the second one? You said I hated on him.
Is he ducking Keyshawn?
I didn't say he was ducking Keyshawn, did I?
Is it just in the title? Is just for clickbait?
Did you see that? Did you read the title?
Yeah, I read the title.
Okay, so read it to me
So
again, brother.
that's what I'm asking you.
Did I
Is he
say he was
ducking
ducking him?
Keyshawn?
No. Okay.
No, I'm
So
just that's why I'm
today.
asking.
So this is a title of just today because of the beef they've been having over the last 24 to 48 hours, brother. So you said I've been hating on Tank. Don't talk about today. I didn't say he was ducking Keyshawn Davis. Hence the reason why I have the question mark there. So now I'm gonna ask, and then I put, is Keyshawn just clout chasing Tank Davis? You just glossed over that? Did you not read the whole title? Does it not say, is Keyshawn clout chasing him?
No, I do.
Okay, so then what are we talking about here? So now I'm asking you again, what's the second thing that I'm hating on him about?
I think. Listen, this is what I'm gonna say. You
There you
hating
go.
on
Tell
Tank
me what
Davis?
you think
Hold
again.
on. I'm about to tell you. I'm about to tell you
Okay.
before you ask me a number of questions like you already did. And I've been honest with my answers.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, like I said, you're a boxing journalist.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even when Floyd was fighting and everybody was fans of Floyd, you know these fights ain't just happening so easily. First of all, these fighters fight on different networks. You know it's hard to make fights happen nowadays. It's not like back in the day when Mike Tyson was fighting and when Ali was fighting and all these greats was fighting back in the day. It's not that easy to make fights because of the networks, the money, locations, weight. All these things play a difference when it comes to making fights. And what you're saying is, well, Tank at the pinnacle, he at the top. So he should make all these fights happen.
Mm-hmm. Now let me ask you this question
And
because
hold on, let me finish. I'm
this is
about to,
why
I'm
you
about
have
to
to be
land my plane. I'm about to land my
go ahead.
plane, Blue.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to land my plane.
Go ahead.
The reason why I'm saying
It's
this
gonna
is
go right
because
off the runway.
yeah, that's fine. You're a boxing journalist. You know these fights ain't just happening that easily.
Mm-hmm.
You know people ain't willing to take a pay cut. You know people ain't willing to fight at a catch weight. You know people not willing to sacrifice these things, make these fights happen. The reason why Ryan Garcia got the fight with Tank Davis is because, for one, he took a rehydration clause. Two, he decided to fight at a catch weight.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm saying is these fights ain't just that easy to happen. Even when Floyd fought Pacquiao, they didn't fight right away. It took years for them to come to an agreement to fight. So you know these fights not just happening that easy, especially with these different networks and all these money hungry networks, and they want it on their network, or should it be on PBC network, or should it be on the Zone? You know it's more to it than just these fighters coming together and saying let's fight. You know it's negotiations involved and outsiders involved in making these fights happen. So you can't just put it all on Tank and say, well, Tank, you need to make the fights happen since you at the top of the pinnacle. You know it's not that easy.
Can I take my seatbelt off now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Davis and Haney was a network promotional free agent. They fought in the same weight class, correct?
Yup.
Shakur Stevenson is a network promotional free agent. They fight in the same weight class, correct?
He just became a free agent, right?
Shakur Stevenson is a network promotional free agent. They fight in the same weight class, correct?
Did he just become a free
Shakur
agent?
Stevenson is a network promotional. Shakur Stevenson is a network.
with Top
Shakur
Rank, right?
Stevenson is a network promotional free agent, and they're in the same weight class, correct?
Now he is.
Is Shakur Stevenson a network promotional free agent and fight in the same weight class?
Yeah, as of about a year ago, after his last fight.
It doesn't matter. Is he right now? Do you know that how many fights, Clay, has Shakur had under Top Rank at 135?
On the Top Rank?
Yes.
Probably like damn near all his damn fights.
No, at 135. Just his 135
Shakur?
fights.
Oh,
Yeah.
what? Yoshino, Artunian, Edwin De Los Santos, 3.
Right. So he's only been in the weight class for 3 fights. So I'm asking you again, great brother. He's a champion, okay? Just became a champion, and he's a network promotional free agent, and Tank Davis reached out to him, correct?
You said did Tank Davis reach out to him?
Yes.
Is that what you asked me?
Yes.
I don't know if Tank Davis reached out to him.
You don't know a lot of stuff, but you know I'm a hater.
That's information that I don't know.
Bro, how you not know all these things, but you know I'm a hater?
I just proved.
You didn't prove nothing. You don't have no information.
I did.
No, you didn't prove anything. You're emotional about Tank Davis.
I'm not
emotional. You putting a jacket on me that don't fit without any information. You just said, I know how hard it is to make these fights because of networks, because of weight. Ain't that what you said? Did I say that or did you say that? You said
I said that. I said you should know.
I just asked you. Davis and Haney, a network promotional free agent and champion in his division. That's not hard to make. Shakur Stevenson, network promotional free agent champion in his division. That's not hard to make. He's not with another network. He's not outside his weight class. Why didn't he fight them?
Because it's more than just saying make the fight happen.
Okay, what else
is
already? What else is
money? Money is into it because
he's
I can
the
say
A-side. Davis and Haney is on record. Shakur and Davis and Haney is both on record.
I can say the same thing about Frank. Okay.
Devin and Shakur have both conceded to understand that he's the A-side, which means he's going to get more money.
Well,
so what else are we talking about?
Let me ask you a question. How come Tank was able to fight Frank Martin and Shakur had negotiations with Frank Martin and it didn't work out?
Because
Tank how come Davis, that fight happened?
Because Frank Martin saw a sweepstakes with Tank Davis. And second of all, Tank Davis wanted to fight Frank Martin. He didn't want to fight Shakur.
I don't believe that.
Okay, so then where's the proof? He just reached out to Shakur. It doesn't matter what. Again, you tell me about.
I don't believe that because I think
it doesn't matter about your personal.
Frank Martin said that he was offered more money to fight Tank.
I just said that. Did you not listen to what I just said? Remove the emotions and listen to what I just said. I just said he got the sweepstakes to fight Tank, and Tank wanted to fight him, meaning that he got a bag to fight Tank, and Tank actually wanted to fight him. Now I'm asking you, why didn't Tank have the same ambition to fight Shakur and Devin? And or Lomachenko until recently. Lomachenko has been calling him out for 2 weight classes. Are you aware of that?
Yeah, but they was also under a promote. They was also under top rank.
Brother.
You act like these promotional companies don't play a part in
excuses.
These people fighting.
See, this is the thing. I live in reality. You live in fantasy land. You're a fan of Tank Davis, brother. I live in reality. You got 10,000 excuses and rhymes and reasons.
I'm a fan
why
of
he ain't
Shakur
fighting
too.
everybody.
And Devin. I'm
Every
a
time I
boxing
name
fan,
somebody,
period.
you got an excuse. Well, that's because he on the other side. Why he ain't fighting Shakur and Devin, who ain't on the other side in the same weight class? Well, that's because you got 10,000 rhymes and reasons, yet he ain't fighting nobody.
Listen, what I'm telling you is the fights is not made that easy.
Okay, so
that's what I'm saying. Big fights like that ain't gonna be made that easily when it comes to money.
The money
when it comes to all that.
We removed the money, we removed the weight, and we removed the other side of the street. So what else is it?
Well, that's everything.
Okay,
that's
so then what else? Then what are you talking about?
That's
easy to
that's
make.
everything.
So why did you say it's not easy to make?
The reason why I said these fights weren't easy to make, first of all, top rank. You saying
Shakur ain't with top rank.
No more.
Devin and Shakur ain't with top rank. Why isn't he
no
fighting
more?
Them? Why isn't he fighting them right now instead of fighting Lamont Roach?
Well, ain't Shakur injured right now?
Oh, bro. Again, see, this is what I'm talking about. Hey, man, it ain't easy to date an Instagram model. Man, she want me to be rich. She want me to be tall, dark, and handsome. She want me to have, fantastic cars. Well, aren't you 6'2"? Yeah. Aren't you dark skinned? Yeah. Aren't you rich? Yeah. Don't you got exotic cars? Yeah. So what's the problem? Man, it ain't easy. What ain't easy? Because you ain't never asked her.
Is the Instagram model going?
Did you ever ask her?
Yeah, is the Instagram model
going? You check all the boxes, but you never asked her. Yeah. And you run around telling people how difficult it is when the reality is you just afraid to ask her because you're afraid of rejection.
So you saying Tank is afraid?
I didn't say he was afraid. I said,
oh, okay.
Why hasn't he made the fights happen, brother?
Because it's not that easy, Blue, to make fights happen.
Brother,
you just send an offer.
You just said that all the obstacles are removed, brother. All the obstacles are removed. Why isn't he fighting them?
Because it's not that easy to make fights
bro, I gotta
happen.
Go.
Both sides have to agree.
I gotta go, great brother. You burning my brain cells now.
All right. Well, it was good talking to y'all, brothers. I appreciate the time.
You can't make this stuff up, man. You just simply cannot make this stuff up.
Yeah, it's really simple, man. Like, it's not hate, but it's see, conversations like that, it starts to look like hate because you gotta like beat the logic into their brain, and it starts to look like, damn, why he so focused on? I'm not focused on nothing. I'm just keeping it very simple and very light. Why is it holding Tank accountable for anything is hate? It's like the only way you guys are happy is if there's no accountability. And I was gonna put it in the chat. I said in one of my videos, man. Do you guys rather us just not cover anything Tank does? Just leave him out of the boxing a stratosphere. Treat him like Jake Paul. I don't talk about Jake Paul fighting nobody. You know what I'm saying? I don't talk about him. You know what I mean? If he has a fight, I'll watch it. We could talk about the fight. But if that's a solution to the game, it's just not talk about the WBA lightweight champion and just talk about everybody else in the division. Maybe we should just make a 3-weight undisputed. So whoever has 3 belts in the division is just undisputed. You know what I mean? I don't know what else to say, man. You know what I'm saying? What kind of hatred could you show a talented boxer like Tank? How could wanting him to fight challenging fights and hold him accountable for making these fights as the A side to every conversation as the face of boxing, how can those accolades, how can holding them to the highest standard the boxing space has to hold the boxing to be flipped into hate? Be honest with yourself. How can it become hate to talk about this man like a great and hold him to great standards?
Just simply holding him accountable. That's it.
To the highest standards.
Yeah, but he just made 1,000 different. Bro, it's just sickening, bro. It really is, man. RC, my brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, talk your Blue, respect to bro for standing on his. Salute to you, King. It just gets ridiculous, bro. He said, I said he removed all of the hurdles was removed. The money ain't an issue. The weight ain't an issue. And they both they network promotional free agents. Yeah, that's it right there. Okay, so what else is it, man? It ain't that easy, man. It just bro, I can't, bro. It's unbelievable. It's truly unbelievable.
It is.
But then he'll run around he don't know no information but to say I'm a hater.
Yeah, because every time you're talking about Tank, you're holding him accountable. And it's like, I don't know what you guys want. Like, I remember when Tank made the Frank Martin fight, right? I was celebrating Tank like every day. I was so excited. When I saw the press conference, I was celebrating. Y'all can go watch the videos. It's in, you know what I'm saying? It's in the archives, right? On my channel, it's definitely in the archives of me celebrating. I'm like, yo, it's on now. Tank making all the fights. I love the way he handled the press conference, telling everybody he coming for ninjas, telling everybody all that crap everybody was talking. They're gonna have to stand on it now because I'm coming straight for y'all. I'm fighting all of y'all, then I'm retiring. I'm like, man, it's on and popping. No more Leonard Ellerbe in the way. No more Floyd Mayweather in the way. Oh shoot, look at Tank, man, rolling into the ring, doing all that talking. He was being so vocal, communicating to the boxing space like he never did before on the platform. I was celebrating. You couldn't tell me nothing, bro. I was just excited to see him fight. But we can't act like we don't see Lamont Roach as, whoa, that was like a step backwards. You know that. That's not hating on Tank. That's just being honest. Like, damn, Lamont Roach, I thought we were done with this chapter. I thought we weren't doing this no more. I thought we was going for the best available fights out there in the division, challenging fights. I thought that was the mission. But now we're back to hating. Why? Because we should just accept it. Man, that was the best fight. You know what I'm saying? He tried to do this. He tried to do that. Did he? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I seen Lomachenko. I give him the respect for Lomachenko. Lomachenko walked away from it and said he don't. I give him the respect. But where are the offers? And when every time I ask this question, it's always hate. You guys always make it sound complicated. Oh, it's not as easy to do that. He can't force these guys to fight. Can he send an offer? Can he do that? Can he send an offer and let the offer get rejected so that then we could put the pressure on them dudes for rejecting the offer? Can he send the offer anyway, even though he knows they're going to reject it, even though you guys know they're going to reject it because you guys know they want Ryan Garcia money and they want all these things, even though we know all these things. Can he just send an offer just to shut us up? Just send one over just for shits and giggles? Send the offer. F it. And they could be like, nah, man, this ain't enough. And then we could, but he's not doing that, right? So that's the minimal. We're asking for that minimal effort. Send an offer. Just send the offer and let it go on deaf ears. Let it get rejected. Even though you know it's going to be rejected, send it anyway. He shouldn't have. I don't understand what else you want us to do. We can't move forward until he sends the offer. He's the A side to the negotiation. We can't move any further forward on trying to make the fight happen until he does that bare minimum foundational, the foundation to any negotiation, right? Like, okay, here's the offer. I want to make a fight with you. I'm gonna have my team get an offer together and send it over to your team. That's not happening. We can't go any further past that. You guys want to act like that doesn't exist, like that's not an important part of the process. You want to act like that's not something that we need to acknowledge, that hasn't happened yet. It's all on him. No, it's not all on him, but it is all on him to send an offer. It's on him to do that. Outside of that, yes, he can't make Shakur Stevenson sign the contract. He can't make Devin Haney. He can't make Teofimo. He can't make Edwin De Los Santos. He can't make Rayo. He can't make Keyshawn Davis. He can't make all these other fighters. He can't make fighters, and he can't make nobody sign a contract, but he can send the offer. And until that happens, guys, there's no argument. The debate is falling. It's hitting a wall. It's hitting a cement or a solid iron or steel wall. Like, it's not going anywhere until the damn offer goes out.
Right. And my thing is like this, right, Clay? Here's the thing about it. It's like we got to stop with the fantasy just making stuff up, man. You know, he said, yeah, I just think just because it sounds good to you, I think that they were secretly negotiating. You know damn well they wasn't secretly negotiating.
What does that even mean?
You know very well they wasn't secretly negotiating nothing. Because if they were secretly negotiating and Tank being the A side, then that means Devin Haney wasn't willing to accept what Tank was putting down. He wasn't picking up what Tank was putting down, which means the whole world and the whole boxing space would have loved nothing better than to clown Devin Haney. And you know very well that to be the case. But we act like we don't know.
Blue.
We'll rather just play like we don't understand. Nah, I don't get that, bro. Nah, that couldn't be the case.
The mere fact, Blue, that they feel like they need to imagine this negotiation happen shows you how much they're acknowledging how important the negotiation is. You feel me? Like they don't, rather than be like, no, he ain't negotiate nothing because he ain't ready to negotiate, or I don't know if he negotiated, maybe he's not ready. Just go in and just be blatant and just own it. You guys got to make an imaginary situation where he negotiates, because you guys know that that's what you're expecting to happen. You're expecting that to happen. And if that's not happening, it's just like when people try to say, I believe Tank Davis did send an offer to Shakur. That's you valuing how important it is that he sends the offer. And you guys never want to entertain the fact that you don't know if he sent the offer. And on top of that, not only do you not know if he sent the offer, but you have confirmation from the person who would have supposedly been receiving the offer confirming he didn't get no offer. And you guys know it's that important. That's why you're saying it. That's why you're putting it in scenarios where you guys are like, yo, maybe it did happen. You don't know that it happened. I believe that it did happen. Well, of course, if you believe that it didn't happen, then you don't believe that Tank is not making the fight or ducking, or however you want to look at it.
Right.
Right.
You want to go with whatever narrative best suits you. Period. Point blank and period. My brother, Charles Edward Cheese in the building, in the super chat, dropping that hundo. Honest in the super chat. He said, free smoke, free smoke. Yes, sir. To sit here and this is where I get annoyed. Oh, you a hater. Why? Because I don't have your belief. I don't have the pom-poms out for you like you do. That's nasty work. And don't even have the information or pretend you don't have the information. That's what it is. Darius Gilliard, my brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco. Honest in the super chat, dude talking down regular belts, but Tank was running around with a regular belt for years, calling himself a champion while they were real champions. Right. He said, oh, because belts didn't matter. You see, this is the thing, right? So at the time, Tank said belts didn't matter. Now, today, Tank said that it would be good to become undisputed, right, in the division. So now the belts do matter. Now you would say, yeah, well, the belts do matter. It's nasty work, bro. Mello, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub. Honest in the super chat, Blue, I think you actually favor Tank because I believe deep down inside that man is never going to fight Devin, Cora, Key, T.O., etc. Listen to his fan only answer is negotiations. Sick. It's just nasty work, bro. And the thing is, like, I'm like, bro, it's 50-50 fights. It's legacy fights. But he sat there and he told the world, I never even asked for those fights. Yet you acting like, nah, he secretly negotiated. Man, stop making up stuff. Mello, brother in the super chat. He said Floyd fought the best up to the money fight, the Manny fight. And he fought the best all the way around. Floyd was trying to fight the best all the way around the board. All the way around the board. Floyd felt snubbed. When he got in a position of power, that's why he said, now I got the power, now I got the juice, now y'all going to have to beg me, because he was trying to beg to get those fights. And those dudes was not trying to fight him. Acelina Freitas, Joel Casamayor, Shane Mosley, Prince Nassim Hamed, all these dudes. Oscar De La Hoya, Miguel Cotto, all ducking this dude. Period. Because they understood. The OG Mr. Mont, my brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco. Honest in the super chat. He said there's dudes come on here claiming to be boxing fans when they're really not boxing fans, but really just a fan of a particular boxer. This is all facts. And they show their hand every single time. AK Crowder, my brother. Salute, AK. Six City Boys, what's up? E313, my brother in super chat, dropping that half a dub. Honest in the super chat. What's good, Blue and Clay? Salute, King. Just a squirrel in your world. Had to hit myself with and let y'all know, man. Give y'all this daily message right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yesterday's a history. Tomorrow's a mystery. Today's a gift. That's why I say in the present. Let's be great. Great.
Algernon Brown, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco. Honest in the super chat, he said, bro, if you make 20 vids, 11 of them are negatively reporting on Tank. That's why you're getting the flack from your supporters. I don't care what you say. They just as silly as you. They can't read, can't listen, can't comprehend. Clifton Dennis, brother in the super chat. Much love, family. Said K. Davis fight more or less difficult considering 6 pounds. I think it's going to be more difficult because, bro, this dude, Limos, and let's talk about this real quick.
Right.
Right? Well, not even real quick because I want to dive deep into this.
Right.
I think that Gustavo Limos is disgusting. I think that Gustavo Limos should be suspended after this fight. I think Gustavo Limos's check should be withheld. He didn't even attempt to make weight. He did not even attempt to make weight. Coming in at nearly 7 pounds overweight, bro. He didn't even attempt. That's almost twice the amount that Ryan Garcia can. No, it is twice the amount, right?
Right.
It's twice the amount that Ryan Garcia did with Devin Haney. Bro, you didn't, and then to sit there and try to tell the world because you was you was overconfident. Oh, 6 pounds?
Nah, bro. No,
6
man.
pounds, you was overconfident. You was so confident, you didn't realize you was 6 pounds away. He should not receive a check.
That put Keyshawn in the most compromised situation, bro. And they know it. That's why I think they did it on purpose. They knew that how much the event meant to Keyshawn, what it was all about, the headline, his hometown, 10,000 tickets sold, all the attention that was coming over to Keyshawn. They took advantage of it. They said, come in 6 pounds overweight. What's he going to do? He going to cancel the fight? Man, hell no, he's not going to cancel the fight.
And that's the thing. He didn't even make weight for 140.
Bro.
He missed weight for 140.
Yo, he said I was overconfident. That's what showed the play. Like, if you'd have been like, yo, I got sick, I had the stomach flu, I had to drink fluids, you know what I'm saying? I had an injury or something, and I couldn't, work out to cut the weight, even though that still would have been unprofessional. You would have looked at it like, damn, man. But by him saying I was overconfident means that he could have lost the weight. You understand what I'm saying? That means he could have lost the weight, but at some point he stopped cutting weight because he thought whatever he thought. He was just too chill about the excuse. Without a doubt, that happened on purpose. 100%. That was disgusting.
But
6
Clay,
pounds,
here's the thing.
crazy.
Here's the thing, Clay. Me and you both work out.
Mm-hmm.
Me and you both hit the gym, and you was in the military, and I was bodybuilding, right?
Mm-hmm.
Clay, you know very well if you got a target weight, you know very well when you are almost 7 pounds away from your target weight, ain't no way on this green earth you felt like you was on weight.
No way.
Being almost 7 pounds away.
100%.
If anything, you feel like you might feel like you 10 pounds away from the weight.
Yeah, man.
It might be. Yeah, then you might turn around and be like, oh, I'm only 7 pounds, 6 pounds. You know what I'm saying? But there's no way you feel like you were on target weight. There's no way on this green earth.
It really isn't. You can't sell that. You can't sell that. You can't sell that, man. That's unreal. That's not true.
And I don't care if Lemos fought at 140. He should have said no.
Right.
Just like Devin said no. Ryan said yes.
Made weight.
He made weight. He got clipped. It's not an excuse. My only situation and thing when it comes to Ryan in this situation is that Ryan is the comparison. When people say who fought the better version of Ryan, Devin or Tank.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's all when it comes with me. You never heard me complain about the weight. Only thing I said is that Ryan fought the better version. Devin fought the better version of Ryan. Ryan chose that weight. He was 2 years and two fights removed from fighting at that weight. He shouldn't have accepted it. Shouldn't have accepted it. Hence the reason why Devin said, no, I'm not fighting Tank at 130. You fight me at 140. El Rayo, Jose Venezuela. He's 1 fight removed from fighting at 35, right, Clay? He moved up. He had this fight. I'm not going back down to 135.
Yep.
If you want to fight me, come up to 140.
Period.
Yeah,
he signed the paperwork. He signed and agreed to fight Keyshawn at 135, man. That's all that matters. Everything else is nonsense. And you know, the boxing space, you know, I'm gonna tell you right now, the boxing space is so tolerant. That's why these fighters are doing this shit. That's why they doing it, bro, because they know, like Ryan said on the stage that night with Devin. He says, I don't care nothing about what nobody talking about. I'm gonna come in tomorrow, and when I knock Devin Haney out, everybody gonna forget about all this weight thing, and you guys gonna love me again. That's what he said, bro.
Yep.
He knew it. He knew it. You don't think these guys are going into these weight cuts knowing this? They're like, bro, right. Limos is like, bro, and I'm telling you, the more we let it go, the more they're like, why not? The more they're like, why not? It's the same thing with the racial thing right now. The way Tiafimo is so comfortable with doing that. It's just the more tolerant you are about it, the more they're like, man, go ahead, go for it.
Right.
That man should never have felt comfortable. That man should never have felt comfortable coming in 6.5 pounds overweight, smiling. I was overconfident.
Man, that's nasty work, bro. Salute to Mello, brother, back in the super chat, dropping another half a dub on us in the super chat. Floyd fought the best up to the Manny fight, meaning the Tank fanboys always saying it took time for Floyd to fight Manny. Tank hasn't done the same. No, not even close. Right. And here's the thing, they don't, but Mello, that's because they don't do their homework, Mello. They just regurgitate things that they've heard other people say. That's it. That's all. They'll hear people say, Floyd was picking and choosing. Floyd was ducking. They don't know nothing. They don't even know who Acelina Freitas is. Salute to my brother OG Mr. Mont in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on us in the super chat. I expect Keyshawn to beat this dude, but he taking a big chance letting this guy get away with not having a cut. That could be the small edge he need. And that's the thing, OG Mr. Mont. The dude ain't cutting, bro. That was his advantage. He didn't want to be dehydrated. He didn't cut at all. He didn't cut at all. Clay, he didn't even cut to make 140.
Bro, that dude came from the bar before he came out to that weigh-in, bro. That boy just finished eating right before he came out to the weigh-in. He did not care. But from what I hear is they are going to force him to cut as close as he can. They're gonna force him, and they're putting a rehydration clause on him. So he does have to, you know, he can't come into the ring tomorrow night over a certain weight. But still, man, it's just nasty work. All this, and he's losing half his purse, from what I understand. So half the purse is gone, and he has to get close to the weight as he possibly can. So I think this could work for him, but it can also work against him, because the reality is, if he's not in shape and he has to hold that weight down, and that becomes a horrible night for him. That means he's not eating tonight. That means he's got to watch how much liquid he drinks, and he's got to hit that scale tomorrow and be at a certain weight or under that weight to be in the match.
Clay, he ain't doing it.
He's gonna come in tomorrow anyway and bust that
scale. He's not. He ain't even going to attempt, bro. He'll just take whatever. Clay, if he got to be a certain weight. What, they gonna cancel the fight tomorrow night?
Exactly. That's what he knows. He knows they're not.
So if he comes in, that place will erupt.
10,000 people in the building packed out to see that man. Yeah.
Come on, man.
No, he definitely should be suspended. Something has to happen, bro. This is diabolical. This is crazy. To let him get away with that, I'm telling you, there's a lot of fighters in the game taking notes right now, bro. There's a lot of fighters that they ain't going, oh, shit.
Right. Realist Deuce 4, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on the super chat. Blue and Clay, what's good? My bad, I'm late. But what's the contract details based on him being over 140? Yeah, so according to what Clay just said, that he got some
he has a weight cut limit.
Go ahead,
he has a limit. I don't know what the weight is, but there's like a clause on there. I think they're going to force him to get as close to the weight as possible. He can't go over a certain weight class tomorrow. He can't go over a certain weight limit tomorrow when he hits the scale. And I think they took away like half his purse. You know what I'm saying? And gave it to Keyshawn. That's why Keyshawn said, I just made a whole bunch more money. I don't care.
And so this is what they'll do tomorrow. He'll just do something. He just won't get paid. He just going to take the risk. If he don't make the he'll try to lose some, you know what I'm saying, not go too wild. That rehydration clause, what is it, possibly going to be 10 pounds?
I would say I could see it being like he can't go over 145. That he can't come in over 145 on the scale. You know what I'm saying?
He's definitely coming in over. Like there's no way. Clay, there's no way, bro. He's not even gonna, bro. Why would I even? So this late before the fight, I'm gonna try to do it. You out, man. Listen, I'd rather just not fight.
Yeah, I just hope Keyshawn pieces this dude up into a coma tomorrow. Well, I don't want him to, you know what I'm saying, be in no coma, but I hope Keyshawn really sleeps this dude tomorrow, man. Really sleeps him.
Bro, it's nasty work. Salute to Melo back in the super chat. He said 7 pounds is crazy. I thought it was a meme earlier. Me too. Bro, I was on the treadmill. I called Clay. I said, because I had talked to Clay earlier, and he ain't say nothing about it. Right. I'm on the treadmill, and I'm like, 6.4 pounds? I'm like, nah.
I thought it was a mistake, too. I was like, yo, you sure? Like, what's going on here, bro? How's he? Like, you know, it's a 135 weight limit, right? Like,
yeah, I'm like,
he's 137 or something? You thought it was 130?
Right. I'm like, is this a catch? Is this a catch weight or something? Like, am I missing something? So I'm like, wait, hold on, man. No, I got it. And once I realized it was real, once I went to Top Rank and watched it, I was like, nah. I called Clay. I said, bro, did you know Limos came in? I was on the treadmill.
Yep.
Literally. I'm like, did you know Limos came in? Bro, that's almost 7 pounds, bro. That's 6.5 pounds. That's nasty work.
That's
you
amazing.
Did not try. They didn't care about no Clay. They didn't want to do nothing. This is outlandish, but they didn't want it to be like 10 pounds. So they probably was monitoring it, and they was like, between 5 and 6, we ain't even going to try to play with this.
Right, they stopped. Yeah, they got to about
stopped.
7, 6, and they stopped.
And they knew they was going to have the built-in excuse. They had this already planned, Clay. They're going to be like, well, we've been fighting at 140 all this time. He just his body couldn't do it. They already knew that. They used that as an alibi. Bro.
You seen him in the gym with Keyshawn when they did that little mock face-off inside the gym? Yeah. When they were in the gym, and you seen he was sweating like crazy, bro. You was like, what was he? He looked like he was doing a crazy weight cut, and his eyes were a little sunken in at the press conference when he did the face of the press conference. So I was thinking like he had a bad weight cut when I seen it. I'm like, oh, he must have had a bad weight cut, but I didn't think he was coming in 6.5 pounds. So you saw he tried to lose that weight or lose a lot of the weight like 2 days before the fight.
But Clay, check this out. It tells me that he was trying to lose the weight, and at some point they was like, nah, forget it.
Exactly. Keyshawn, I mean, not Keyshawn.
He started already rehydrating.
Right. He's like, let's get back on point right now because we need to be on point.
You can see in his face, he was hydrated today.
Yeah. In comparison to yesterday, definitely. Yeah. Yesterday, his eyes were sunken in his head. You could see it. Yeah. I was like looking at it like, oh, he had a bad weight cut. I'm like, he's doing bad with this weight cut.
It's nasty work, man. Salute to the beautiful queen, Cameron Fields. She's in the building.
Salute, queen. Salute.
Salute to my brother Mello, back in the building, back in the super chat, dropping another cinco on us in the super chat. He said, it's not safe, but it makes the fight interesting. Key about to show dog behavior tomorrow. Yeah. Dizzy, what's up? He knew he had that excuse, man. This is Donnie D, 1954. Salute, Triple OG. Mr. M Pride, what's up, family? Michael Demps, what's up? So here's the thing, right? Michael Dem said Tank got YouTube in the frenzy. Let me say this to that. Marlo so cool. What's up? Let me say this to this. Michael Demps. Let me say this to that. What you just said. We got to stop saying things like that. Do you hear the NBA saying KD got the YouTube in a frenzy, or Michael Jordan or Patrick Mahomes got YouTube? Bro, they supposed to. It's their job. But because this sport is in a dump, we say things like, Tank got people in it. What are you talking about? He's one of the biggest stars in the sport. So he got everybody in the frenzy. Think about this. But he's not fighting these people that he got everybody in the frenzy with. So, Jay Lynn, peace and blessings, Queen. Maya Egypt, peace and blessings, Queen. It sure is, H-Dub. Sure is. So, of course, why wouldn't he have it? What are we talking about? Bro, this sport of boxing is in such a nasty, terrible place. It's unbelievable to me, man. It's so disappointing.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Blue. Like it's getting to that point though where this won't last forever, man. It's also, as much as there's so much stuff going on that's kind of like sickening, the sport is also moving in a positive direction with the matchmaking going on. Like I just saw that press conference with Eddie Hearn and what he's got going on over there with the Boots card. I'm liking the direction that is going in. I'm liking the talent that's coming up. I'm liking Zaquan Moses. I'm liking Abdullah Mason. I like, you know what I'm saying, what's happening with Keyshawn right now. I'm liking the future with Andy Cruz. These fighters, you know what I mean? There was an era of belts don't matter, but that's not the same era right now that's coming in there. When you have Turkey Al-Sheikh in there right now, when you've got Frank Warren coming down into the zone right now, joining that network, when you have Oscar De La Hoya doing his Thursday clapbacks and the little rivalry going on between Oscar and Eddie Hearn right now. Well, there's a lot of different little things going on in boxing right now that you see boxing heading back in the right direction. And these fighters who don't subscribe to what we knew boxing to be, their era is almost going away. And look, man, I'll be honest and I'll say it up front, like Tank Davis is a great fighter, you know what I'm saying? But he's having a difficult time making fights right now because I don't believe he has the leverage that he did before. I don't believe people are on his call just taking the terms the way they're coming in. You saw how Rayo Venezuela was very confident, be like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm good on that. I'm straight on that. I'm not going down there. Shakur was like, nah, I'm not waiting on you. You know what I'm saying? Lomachenko was like, nah, I'm going to pass on that, bro. I'm going to go play with my kids. Everybody's not caught up no more because there's other ways to make money now. There's other ways to be successful in the sport now. It's not just one lane, one fighter holding all the cards. And at some point, and even with the Lamont Roach and Tank Davis fight, the pushback he got on that, and like I said, me personally, I don't know about anybody else, I believe Amazon pulled back on that. I believe Amazon showed disinterest in making that fight happen. It was like, nah, bro, step it up, man. We offering you a lot of money. Step it up, bro. We need you. We want you to step it up. And it's not as easy anymore. And now the whole space is upset. The fans are upset. They're saying we're doing too much. The content creators who only support him are, you know what I'm saying, losing their shit and getting upset about how the space is turning. And that's because it's a new era of boxing coming in. Boxing is coming back. World Championship boxing is coming back. I emphasize world champ, not Texas Championship boxing, not Philadelphia Championship boxing, not Florida, not Baltimore Championship boxing, not Mexican Championship boxing. World Championship boxing is making a return, and it's filling up with new talent, and the new talent is coming in with that ambition. They're coming in with that, man, I want belts. I'm trying to get up in the rankings. Raymond Mortala's pissed off right now. Hey, bro, I want a championship, man. I want to fight Dennis Baranchek or Lomachenko or something. I don't give a damn. Keyshawn's like, I'm about to go grab me a belt and be in the conversation. You can't just keep talking to me crazy. I'm going to be a champion as well, so we can get it in. Let's fight. People are having less words for these fighters who are acting like accolades don't mean nothing, that accomplishments don't mean anything. Championships are getting respected again. And I think if you get on the boat and start chasing legacy, you could be here for it. But if you're not, a lot of these platforms are willing to let you go ahead and fade to black, bro. They're willing to. You saw Turkey say, nah, Canelo, I ain't paying you no money, bro. You don't want to fight nobody. I already know what you're doing. He ignored him. It's over for that. Same thing with Tank. Oh, 2 Ferraris? Okay, cool, bro. You know what I'm saying? We good. We going to keep on moving. Boxing don't stop because of you. Boxing don't stop because of one man not wanting to fight or wanting all the money. That's not going to hold it down no more, man. And all you fans better catch up with it, but it don't matter. Stay where you at, man. Stay where you at, talking the way you talking, moving the way you moving. It don't matter, man. The sport is making a comeback. And when we having conversation like this, Blue, and we're doing these, we're covering these fights like we're doing tomorrow and like we're doing Saturday, and we celebrating these new fighters coming up and we seeing them making moves, it's gonna weed out all the nonsense. It's making a comeback. It's making a comeback. These fighters know what it was. You know what I mean? They can call it what they want. Watch.
Exactly, man. With the sport needs a makeover, bro. It seriously needs a makeover. Seriously.
Yeah, you'll see. Everybody gonna see, man. Everybody gonna see, man. I'm telling you. Everybody gonna see. You ask any young fighter right now, Blue. You talk to Abdullah Mason right now. You talk to Andy Cruz. You talk to Shushu Carrington. You talk to any of these fighters. They all letting you know, I want a belt. I'm trying to get a championship. I'm trying to unify. You saw what Oshaki Forster said the other day? Yeah, I'm going to be there at the Navarrete and Oscar Valdez fight. I'm trying to unify. You seen Raymond Ford talking today? Yeah, I'm coming up to beat all the champions and get the belts. That's all they talking about, man. They're not sitting here talking. They're not pushing that narrative. Belts don't matter. I just want to be, because that's not for them. Tank had his own little lane that he made. He was an exciting fighter, knocking people out. You know what I'm saying? He got the streets. The streets is supporting him. But everybody else who tried to follow that whole entire blueprint ain't finding no success in it. Shout out to Floyd Schofield. He trying to do that thing and he tried to do the Tank thing, but you know what I mean? I think he's realizing that he should slow down a little bit, hopefully, but we'll see what he does with it. But for the most part, everybody is coming back to legacy. We've seen Turkey Al-Sheikh unify 2 divisions this year, undisputed heavyweight, undisputed light heavyweight champion, right? We see titles making a difference now. People are chasing those titles down. Boxing's coming back, man.
Yeah, it has to, man. Salute to Mellow Brother back in the super chat. He said, Clay, they stolen Tank out now. LOL. True though.
They are. They have no problem doing it, man. They ain't got no problem doing it. Pay attention. Pay close attention to what's going on. There's a lot of upset people. There's a lot of upset people right now in the space. And that's why I said to the content creators and everybody in the space, if y'all want us to leave him alone, me personally, I can do it. Trust me, you're talking to the wrong one. I'll mess around and leave him alone. I'll treat him like Jake Paul. I'm like, all right, man. So when he's having fights, they're exciting. He picks whoever he wants to pick. Oh, he's picking Lamont Rhodes? Oh, sweet, man. I'm going to get my popcorn ready to see somebody get knocked out. That's what's up. But don't expect to be bringing him up in the conversations that we have when we're talking about excellence and greatness and those type of things. Don't do that. That ain't right. Don't do that. You leave him where he's at. You said, I had a content creator tell me the other day, and I'm not going to say no names, but said to me, what if Tank don't want no legacy? What if he don't want no belts? What if he just want money? What's the problem with that? I was like, damn, bro. I was like, damn, I don't even, to hear you say what's the problem with that, I got to ask myself what's the problem with that. Like, damn, you're right, man. He has a lane. That's where he wants to be. He doesn't care about championships. He doesn't care about legacy. He doesn't care about none of that stuff. Who am I to force that on him? Who am I to force that on him? There's a whole lot of boxes. He don't have to be looking for legacy. He can be celebrated for what he does, but we will not celebrate him for what he doesn't do. You know what I'm saying? That is not happening. And I think that's where the line is at, where people have a hard time dealing with that. Like, nah, he's not like this guy. His resume is not like that guy. I'm sorry. What are you talking? No, we're not going to do that, bro. He said he don't care about that stuff anyway. So why are you fighting so hard for him to be in a conversation that he don't even care to be in? He don't care to be in that conversation. So let's keep him out of that conversation. Let's celebrate him for what he is. Jake Paul is great for boxing too, right? He's bringing attention. He's headlining the card where on the undercard, we're going to watch Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor fight. We're going to see Mario Barrios defend his welterweight title. Shout out to Tank for bringing attention to the fighters on his undercard and showing love to those guys like Lamont Rhodes, bringing them up from 130, bringing attention to them. That's what he does. Maybe he'll be recognized in the Hall of Fame for helping to make people stars. He helped Isak get big. He helped Rolly Romero get big. I'm willing to talk about him in the right way, but we ain't gonna talk about him in the wrong way. We ain't gonna talk, you know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna talk about him and that legacy like that. We're gonna keep it 100. Let's keep it an even playing field. We'll stop talking about him. I got no problem doing it. I'm telling you. It is what it is, right? He the face, he the one making the money. Go ahead, Kenny. I hear you, Kenny Moore. 10, 15 years from now, you let everybody know, yeah, but that boy was making all the money though. When they be like, yeah, but they said he ain't unifying none of the belts in his division. He ain't chasing to become undisputed. He ain't fighting none of the champions. Why not? Because that way it didn't matter, man. He was making all the money. You should have seen him. You should have seen his braids, though. That's what you should have seen. If you would have been there to see his braids, you would have known exactly what he was bringing to the game. I feel you. I'm not mad at you. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up, bro. I ain't mad at you guys, bro. I think Tank is a great fighter. It's a damn shame, though. It is a damn shame, though, because I think he could have been involved in some big fights, but he ain't got to. We could treat him like he's on his last hurrah, like Canelo Alvarez. When he got 5 fights left on his deal, let's see what he does with it. But at the same time, Shout out to Raymond Ford. I hope he get it popping at 130. I think that's another big card that's going to be showing up on that NS card. A lot of talent now for Khalil Cole's going to be showing out on that card. A light heavyweight. He got a big task in front of him. Ernesto Mercado is on that card. If y'all don't know who he is, look him up. That's going to be a crazy fight on that card. And obviously Boots, Bam is going to be on there. He's chasing legacy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody chasing. You got a lot of great fighters out there chasing legacy, baby. I'm watching them all. I'm watching them all. Shout out to Keyshawn. I hope he put that work on that weight bully tomorrow night too. Let me see here. Is that fight still going to happen? He's going to the WWE for his last? Yeah.
So do you think that Tank will fight Keyshawn Davis, or is Keyshawn Davis, like people are saying, is clout chasing Tank?
Keyshawn Davis isn't clout chasing Tank. Keyshawn Davis isn't even caring about fighting Tank that much as people think he is. But what he's letting it be known is, brother, I'm not scared of you. And it's not that I care so much. If you don't want to fight me, then we won't fight because you're the A side. But I don't want nobody out there to get it twisted. The only reason me and Tank Davis ain't fighting is because Tank Davis don't want to fight me. That's what the message is. And let's be clear. I'm not having no problems fighting Tank. If Tank don't fight me, it's because Tank don't want to fight me. He's trying to wait me out to leave 135 to 140. I ain't going nowhere. I'm going to be right here collecting belts, and I ain't going nowhere until he fight me. So he's just making the message clear. But I think he's also accepted the fact that there's a good chance he don't fight Tank because Tank is only going to fight who he want to fight. And who he don't want to fight, he's not going to fight. He's okay with not fighting Tank. Listen, everybody is okay with not fighting Tank right now, bro. Pay attention to the space. Everybody is okay with not fighting Tank right now. They have all accepted that he may not fight them because he's moving on his own program and they can't force. He's the one fighter in the division they truly cannot force anything or make anything happen with. And they've accepted it. You're intelligent to accept it. Devin Haney went out his way for like a year and a half calling out Tank and got hated on. He was a clout chaser. He's doing this. He's doing that. He was a damn undisputed champion calling out Tank. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make Tank happen. It didn't happen. I think everybody saw that as an example of that ain't going to work. That's why Shakur Stevenson doesn't call him out like that no more and doesn't make it happen. He knows the best way to make it happen is to stay quiet and hopefully Tank runs over your paperwork, sees you, and he's like, yeah, let's make this fight happen. And then you're lucky. So it is no longer needed to fight Tank. Keyshawn is just keeping it 100 based on what Najee asked him. Najee asked him a question. He wasn't going to shy away from it. He answered it straight up for what it was. Yo, there ain't no problems there. He don't want no problems with me, bro. I will beat the dog shit out that dude. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? He don't want no problems. What is a fighter supposed to say, bro? What is he supposed to say, Blue? You know what I'm saying? What do you want him to say? Be quiet? Right. No, bro. He's just letting you know he with the smoke. It's all good. Don't get mad.
Salute to Stormy B, man. What's up with your AK Crowder, my brother? He said, Blue, it's Red Cup Friday and Saturday. Nah, I can't do it. I'll be doing the streams.
Yeah.
We'll be doing streams, but Blue back on his diet, man.
Right. That sugar, that alcohol turned straight to sugar.
Straight to sugar. I can't do it. I'm not going to be able to do it. But we'll be here, but I ain't going to be able to Red Cup it. And peace blessings to the chocolate drop. 50% of the queens of the ring. Nick J, she's in the building.
Yeah.
The triple OG Stormy B, man, he's in the building.
Yeah.
Echo in the building.
The historian, scholar amongst men.
I know boxing, do you? Salute, family. No, I can't Red Cup it though, AK. I'll be here, but I can't do the sugar. I'm trying to bring
Can't do that sugar. Can't do that sugar.
Trying to bring AK said, I'll drink for you. Hey, that's what's up.
That's it.
That's it, bro. Yeah, but in this case with me, my thoughts, right? Mm-hmm. I don't think that Keyshawn is clout chasing, and I don't think that Tank is ducking. I don't think it's either of the two.
Right.
I don't think Tank will duck Keyshawn, and I don't think Keyshawn is clout chasing, right? I think that it's a situation where they're in two different spaces currently as it stands. Mm-hmm. Keyshawn is trying to make a name for himself. Tank is already at the top of the hill. I don't even think that it truly realistic in either one of their brains about fighting each other. Now, this spat and going back and forth at each other, this might have made it interesting or put one another on each other's radar You know, and to give you an example, a salute to the great brother Ray Davis.
Salute, Ray.
Uh, um, like uh, um, uh, uh, like Sean Porter said about Terrence Crawford. Remember, he said, "I never even thought about fighting Terrence Crawford. He was never on my radar until he really started solidifying himself at 147. Then I started to really be like, wait a minute, this dude is on my radar. Now it's a possibility. Let me start to flip the switch and say to myself, oh, this is a possibility. We might fight. You know what I'm saying? And I think that that's a similar situation we have right now with Keyshawn. Not that obviously it has been talked about, it has been mentioned, it has been brought up in conversations, but not realistically, right? Because of like the age gap. You know what I'm saying? It's like not the age gap, but just the space that they're in. Round One Sports, what's up, Ed? It's just the space that they're both in, right? It's like it's not really realistic. Nobody thinks it's really a realistic time for them to fight. I mean, Keyshawn has 11 fights. He's never fought for a world title. Obviously, he's never been a world champion.
100%.
He's 25, but he stayed in the amateurs long to try to become an Olympic gold medalist.
Right.
And he's not fast track. You know what I'm saying? So you just don't think of him in that same conversation. When we think about Keyshawn Davis, we think about Andy Cruz, Abdullah Mason, you know what I'm saying? Floyd Schofield, you know, in that like batch of fighters, right?
Right. It's like an era gap, almost like Boots and Terrence.
Right. It's like, you know, but age wise, it's really not.
Right.
But because he stayed in the amateur so long, it's like that. His experience is not there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like with Shakur and him, salute to Joshua Rizzo. So with him and Shakur, it's different. You know what I'm saying? Him and Devin have history. Him and like Devin and Keyshawn and Keyshawn and Ryan, they the same age. But look where Keyshawn and versus Devin and Ryan are in their careers. You know what I'm saying? Is he as talented as they are? Yes. He's just not viewed in that same conversation because he stayed in the amateurs extra long to try to become Olympic gold medalist. Had he come out earlier, we would have been talking about this fight more realistically because he would have been obviously further ahead in his career.
Right.
Especially being with Top Rank. You know what I'm saying? So again, it just you know, we haven't seen. So now, like this fight with Gustavo Limos, it's like Richardson Hitchens. How old is he? 26, 27?
Yeah, he's definitely in his 20s for sure.
Yeah. So like we don't. It's unfortunate, but we don't even mention Richardson Hitchens. Not because he's not good, but because he hasn't done anything in his career yet. And the one fight that we looked at as a possible next step, he didn't look good against Lemos. He's 27 years old. Richardson Hitchens is 27, bro. He's never fought for a world title. You see what I'm saying, Clay? Richardson Hitchens is in the same conversation as Keyshawn Davis. Make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we you know, it's not that he's not talented. It's just that we look at it, the situation is like, bro, you know, we just you just have not forced yourself into that space where we put you in the same conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We don't talk about Richardson Hitchens outside of the spat he had with Shakur and the spat he had with Keyshawn and Devin. You don't mention Richardson Hitchens. Now he's getting his opportunity with Liam. Liam Parle got his opportunity before Richardson Hitchens did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like the El Rayos of the world, like they just haven't stamped themselves. They haven't forced the people to really you know Oh man, not my boy that creates the logos and stuff like that.
Mm.
He just, yeah, he's hilarious, man. Sorry, people. So it's just they haven't. I don't know what's the reasoning for it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But you know, it's just he just hasn't forced himself in those conversations. You know what I mean? It just, and so he just, we don't think about band up. What up, nephew? Uh, we just don't think about them in that light. And so with Keyshawn, it's not clout chasing because it was brought up to him.
That's
You know
it.
what I'm saying? He was asked the question, and what people act like when it's Tank Davis, real spit, what's up? When it's Tank Davis, you know, we look at how dare you, you know what I'm saying? So we look at him in that space, right?
Yep.
But then when you hold them accountable, then it's like, man, how you holding them accountable, bro?
I mean, it's not even like holding them accountable, Blue, right? In my opinion, it's just what's the issue with a fighter being confident about challenging Tank Davis? Why is that clout chasing? What I don't understand what the proper response to what about Tank is to 100 to 135-pound fighter in Tank's division. What's the proper response to that? Yo, you got a fight coming up. That's what's up. Yo, what about Tank though? Oh man, no, what's nah, bro. I don't, yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's Tank, man. You know what I mean? I don't, what I mean? Great fighter, man. He's a great fighter, man. I just want to focus on my fight. I don't really want to talk about Tank like that. I don't what are you talking about?
Right.
Is that
Like
the proper response?
like he's above, he can't be approached. You know what I'm saying? It's clout chasing when you mention it. It's just ridiculous. But then the same token, everybody want to be like, well, how come this fighter is not pushing to make the fight happen with him? So you got to push to make the fight happen. When you push to make the fight happen, that's a problem.
Right.
If you don't mention his name, that's a problem. But if you mention his name, that's a problem. Like, bro, what are we talking about?
Yeah, bro. You should be excited about that. Y'all
Right.
should
He
be like, that's
walking
what
on
I'm
water
talking
too.
about. Keyshawn, talk that ish, bro. Let Tank, you want that smoke. That's how y'all should, even if you're a Tank fan. All right, bro. You think you could do it with the champ? I hear you, bro. I could see the man was like, yo, man, that's a dirty dude. Y'all don't even know, man. He don't treat women right, bro. I be hearing this dude be out in the streets, bro, doing crazy stuff, man. I could see, you know what I'm saying? I could see if he was getting outside of boxing, just hating on this man. Y'all, this dude don't do nothing for his community, bro. People be hungry in his neighborhood. I talked to a girl he used to mess with, say he got a baby he don't take care of out there. You know what I'm saying? Nah, the man just saying inside this ring, it's all easy money. Right. You know what I mean? It's all easy work. It's all easy work. It's easy work for that guy, and he's not above anybody else. He's easy work too. Is it true? Do we have to believe that and be sitting there thinking? No, of course not. We know Tank ain't easy work, but if that fighter who has the ability to fight Tank in the division feels like that, why can't he say that? Why can't that be part of the building up to a great fight? Right now, Tank Davis has he has Lamont Roach. Okay, but I'm just saying right now, Tank, it seems like he's having a hard time making big fights. Why wouldn't y'all celebrate somebody like Keyshawn Davis in his division, making a name for himself, headlining his own card, just sold 10,000 tickets in his city, on the road to become a WBO champion, potentially beginning to build a great fight with Tank Davis? Why ain't y'all celebrating that?
Right.
Whatever.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So,
what do you guys want? What do you guys want? We'll leave him alone, bro. Just leave him alone. I hear you. I'll leave him alone, bro. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna leave him alone. All right, guys, good. I'm gonna leave him alone. My bad. We ain't talking about him no more. My bad.
Yeah, that's, you know what I'm saying. It's just like it's just nobody's above approach. You know what I'm saying? Nobody.
Yeah.
Period. So Keyshawn asked the question, and Keyshawn is like, bro, what you think about Tank Davis? Are you ready for Tank Davis? He's asked the question. Nazi didn't even bring up the question. He was asked the question as well. He was asked to ask the question.
Yeah.
So he brought up the question, and Keyshawn responds, and Tank don't like the response. He don't like the fact that Nazi even asked the question. That make sense.
Called him a pussy and told him he ain't getting no interviews. Told him F you. Nazi tried to break bread like, hey, bro, I'm a fan. I'm just asking to F you, bro. Like, damn.
Right. He got mad at Nazi for even asking a question. Bro, make that make sense.
That's
man, he not getting no more interviews because he asked the question. Make that make sense, man. Swiss 718 is Brooklyn in the house without a doubt. In the super chat, dropping that cinco. On the super chat, how, as a fan, do you not want your favorite fighter to fight the best fight, especially at the $85 premium that they are charging for his events? Right.
Crazy.
Just think about that. Robbie Jackson TV, CJ, what's up? Exactly. Right, Nick J. Like, bro.
I don't see what the problem is. Man.
Right.
It's crazy. I'm reading. Did you see what HB Soundwave said? That's what I'm talking about, bro.
What did he say?
He said it's clout chasing because he's not on his level. Sales, revenue, pay-per-view, etc. Why people making this so difficult? It's clout chasing because he's not on his level. Sales, revenue, pay-per-view. I mean, was Lamont Roach on his level? Is Lamont Roach making sales, revenue, and pay-per-view? Is that what Lamont Roach is doing? is that what Lamont do?
Right.
I don't know, bro. I don't get it. Did Hector Garcia do that? Did he make sales, revenue, and pay-per-view? Is that what he did? I don't know, bro. I don't see. Why? What are you defending? What are you defending right now? What does that even mean, bro? You don't find that awkward to be in a position to be saying that? That sounds crazy, bro. That sounds like you are a straight of. Man, it's not masculine, bro. I'm sorry. It's clout chasing, bro. Did he say, please fight me? No, he answered the question, man. It's not clout chasing, bro. Tank didn't need to. It is what it is, bro. I don't want to hate, bro. Like I said, y'all gonna see me refraining from these conversations. You're gonna see me watch. I gotta show you better than I can tell you.
Yeah,
I'll show you better than I can tell you.
It's unfortunate, man. Salute to Marvelous Tracks, my brother in the super chat, dropping that cinco. On the super chat, Tyson had L's against the top fighters and still great. Can Tank do the same with a couple of L's? L's against Shakur or Haney. Does Boots needs a KO Saturday? That's a great question. Now, let me say this to you, right? It's going to be hard for Tank to recover from that. Reason being the pedestal that they put him on and the way they paint his opponents as if they're not even worthy. See, Mike Tyson was considered the baddest man on the planet. Mike Tyson was considered unbeatable, right? But Mike Tyson, when Mike Tyson lost, his stock plummeted in the sense of he was exposed, right, Clay?
Mm-hmm.
But then at the same token, right, he had such a rabid fan base that he was able to overcome it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, people started to be like, man, Mike Tyson is overrated. Mike Tyson, and people had an excuse. See, the thing about Mike Tyson is that he went to prison for that extensive period of time. Mm-hmm. And then, some people said he was guilty. Some people said he wasn't, things of that nature. And that kind of gave Mike Tyson a pass because when he came back and he lost to Holyfield, it was like, he ain't the same guy no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When he lost to Buster Douglas, it was like, well, he was partying and Customato passed away. So there was built-in excuses for Mike Tyson. And yet, people still was like, this dude ain't who we thought he was. Mm-hmm. Right? But in the case of Tank Davis, people didn't talk down Mike Tyson's opponents. like they was weak, like they was unworthy. That wasn't the case.
Right.
Even though they thought that he would lose or whatever, they could win, whatever the case may be, they still didn't downplay his opponents like that. You know what I'm saying? In this case, they're downplaying every opponent that's mentioned for Tank. Oh, he ain't do this. Oh, he can't do this. Oh, he don't do that. Right? This dude don't sell. Everybody, y'all find the issue. Issue is found with every single body that is mentioned as a possible opponent for him. Everybody. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
You know what I'm saying? So him taking a loss to Shakur or Devin is going to look bad.
You think because of how it's been, because of how it's been dragged out so long, and how it's looked, it's going to look like if he loses, it's going to look like that's why he was dragging it out. That's what it was.
It's going to look like that and the behavior overall. Nobody's worthy to even mention his name. He sits on such a high pedestal that it's not even, close. You know what I'm saying? And how dare you even bring these guys up in the same conversation with him? Okay. So now he gets in this conversation. He's gonna have to face one of them, and he mess around and loses. Like I said, his fans, those fans that's delusional, they you better hope that he never lose. You better hope that he never loses, because the delusion is at an all-time high.
Yeah. 100%, man. I agree with you. I think, and that's why I was trying to narrow it down, but I 100% agree with you. I think that it's kind of like the Floyd Schofield situation. You know what I mean? On a very, on a micro level in comparison to what Tank is doing. We're talking about with Tank, but his father, or even with Davis and Haney and Bill, the way Bill talked, and when Devin lost, how the whole world reacted to him. It was a huge reaction because everybody was building up this animosity towards him, waiting on him to get clipped to kick his back in. By Tank, being at the end of his career, from what he's saying, that he's pretty much ready to retire and move on after these last couple fights, by him building up and never unifying, never fighting none of the champions in his division, never aiming to get the full belts, never taking opportunities to fight Davis and Haney to become an undisputed champion and challenge for all 4 of the belts, by never doing these things. If he never fights Shakur, if he never fights, gets a chance to unify in a division, and then finally all of a sudden he takes one of these fights and he loses, it's just going to put perspective on the whole journey up to that point. It's going to put perspective. People are going to use that to be like, I knew it. The only reason he was doing that was because of this inevitable defeat that was coming his way. Whereas if he would have just took the fights when they were available on time, if he was chasing to be unified, whether he won or lost wouldn't define his career. He'd be more so defined as a fighter who challenged himself and who was a great fighter, an exciting fighter. And he took some losses, or he took a loss, but for the most part, he's a legend. He would be in the history books for his dedication to his sport, to the passion, and to the legacy of the sport. But now, because it's dragged out the way it is, there's more pressure on him. There's double, triple, quadruple more pressure on him to perform in these fights, because his fans have sat there and said he's unstoppable. None of these guys can beat him. None of these guys can take his power. None of these guys can match his IQ. He sat in the dark and stayed quiet and didn't put out offers, said he never asked for nobody. He wasn't looking to, he said he didn't like belts. He didn't care about belts. He didn't care about that. So all he cared about is money. So if he takes a loss, it's going to be a compounded damage to him that's going to hurt him in a way that may put perspective on his whole entire legacy, which is a shame, because it shouldn't, because he's really a great fighter.
Right. But it's just when you do that, to give you an example, it's like, if Michael Jordan would have lost in the championship, the basketball world would have rejoiced, because he was unbeatable. He could walk on. You understand? Like they would have rejoiced, and it's the same similar situation.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same similar situation, especially if he loses to one of those guys.
Right. Right. Well,
It's,
what about if he loses to anyone?
well, anyone is going to be, you're going to have a bunch of people like, see, told you, for sure.
Like if he loses against Lamont Roach.
Oh, it'll turn the boxing world. It'll be similar to the Buster Douglas situation.
Just like that?
But it's going to be plenty of excuses that, he was, the inactivity, all of those things plays a major part. That's what they're going to say.
Wow. They're never going to, it's yeah, man. And the fan base pushes this, and I blame you guys a lot for it, because without the fans to hold you accountable and be real with you, you have nothing holding you back. Like, Tank doesn't need, that's why I said it. Tank has already done it for a lot of fans. His fight with Ryan Garcia, his fight with Isaac Cruz, Rolly Romero, Jose Pedraza, Yorkis Gamboa, who else? These fights, they feel like are enough. They're like, look at these great fights that he was in. Look at, he challenged himself. Leo Santa Cruz. They don't talk about what he needs to do. They talk about what he's done all the time. They do it. They sit there when you try to be like, he needs to do this, they're gonna be like, y'all acting like he ain't do that. Like, yeah, but he need to do this. Yeah, but y'all acting like he ain't do that. What about this, that, and this, and that, and this, and that? So are you, like, what are you saying right now? Are you downplaying the importance of him doing this? Yeah, but y'all like this is the end all be all when he already did that. That's what the conversation is always going to. It'd be crazy. So that's why I say, man, at the end of the day, look, what he's done, I hope it's enough. When it's time for the Hall of Fame, when it's time for the conference in 10 to 15 years, when we're talking about the great boxers of this era, when we're talking about Terrence Bud Crawford, when we're talking about Monster Inoue, when we're talking about Artur Beterbiev, when we're talking about Alexander Usyk, 10 to 15 years from now, when we're talking about these fighters, right? When we're talking about Bam Bam Rodriguez, when we're talking about Jerome Boots Ennis and what he's going to accomplish in his career, when we talk about Jamel Charlo, when we talk about Canelo Alvarez, where does Tank fall in that conversation, being a fighter from this era? Where does he fall in that conversation? Who is he? Was he the best of all time? Was he the best of this generation? Did the fight against Leo Santa Cruz hold that much weight? Did the fight against Mario Barrios hold that much weight? Did it? Him beating Isaac Cruz with one hand, is that enough? Is that equivalent to Arturo Beterbiev potentially being a 5-belt undisputed champion? Even I'm acknowledging the IBO right now, right? Does that acknowledge that? Does that acknowledge Alexander Usyk beating Anthony Joshua twice, then beating Tyson Fury to become undisputed champion of the world? Craig, you know what I'm saying? Is that equivalent to Artur Beterbiev beating a Dimitri Bivol, who beat Canelo Alvarez and became an undisputed light heavyweight champion of the world, Craig?
Yep.
I don't know.
And the second part of that, he says, does Boots need a knockout on Saturday? I would say yeah. Or now, that's I would say yeah, but in the same token, I would say, if he dominates him, because Karen Chuga Kajin is Chuga Kajin. That's how you say it, Claire. Chuga Kajin. Figured it out.
Oh, that's what it is, Chuga Kajin?
Yeah, Chuga Kajin.
Okay.
I heard a member from his team say it.
Okay.
So with that said, he can dominate him, and he might come to survive. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Chuga. And you can't get the knockout, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because he's just coming to survive. But if he's battering him enough where, we can clearly see that Chuga is coming to survive, and he's just utilizing the ring and trying to stay away and not trying to get knocked out, well, we'll give him credit. You understand? But if he's in a situation where, you know, it looks similar to what we saw the last time, that's not going to look good for him. It's not going to bowl well for him. Jaron Ennis is in a lose-lose situation. He's in a lose-lose situation. He got to get a knockout. He got to look dominating. He got to separate himself in this fight. He has to separate himself in this fight. Because, you know, people are they're going to start to look at it and be like, bro ain't what we thought he was. Now, again, styles make fights, but, you know, people don't know who Chuga Kajin is. They don't know who he is. So they expecting Jaron Ennis to obliterate this dude, especially at home. That's just the reality of it. You know what I'm saying? And people going to look at you and be like, bro's overrated. They already started that, remember, from the first time. That's why I said this is a lose-lose situation, because the first time, you know, it was like, all right, it could have been style matchup, you know, whatever. But if it repeats itself, that's a problem, Clay. If it repeats itself, that's a problem.
You know what I think, man? I think that I have a feeling, you know, it's just a feeling. We never know. But I think Chuga Kajin, I hope I said his name right. I'm taking your lead, so I hope you're not wrong, because then I'm looking real stupid right now. I'm hoping you got it right. Chuga Kajin, I think he's coming to fight. I think he puts it all on the line, bro. I think he goes out in his shield. I think he walks away as an Eastern European fighter. I'm going to bet on his pride. I'm gonna bet on what's on the line, which is an IBF champion. I'm gonna go with the pressure of his peers being such professionals this year, showing out this year. I'm gonna put the bet on Dmitry Bivol, Artur Beterbiev, Alexander Usyk, Vasily Lomachenko, Bakram Muratalizeyev, Israel Madrimov, Serhii Bahachuk. I'm gonna put all those fighters as pressure on Karen to put it on the line, to fight Boots Ennis, not fight him recklessly, not just sit there and stay mid-range and fight him, but to engage. I don't see him running. I think he lost 12 rounds out of his last fight, and he has to know without a doubt that approach is not going to win him a belt. He didn't win one round. Do not go back to that game plan. He has absolutely no reason to believe in that game plan. Not one round in that match can he be like, you know what? I could have done something here. I can use this as a building block. He's going to take that experience. He's going to take the data that he processed. His team's going to take that data, and they're going to form a game plan, and they're going to try to beat Jaron Boots Ennis tomorrow. They're going to try to make him miss. They're going to try to outscore him. They're going to try to win rounds. And Boots, I believe, is going to get an opportunity to show the world that he can be disciplined, that he's not going to take stupid chances. He's not going to get hit with stupid shots. He's going to show the world that he can cut the ring off. He's going to answer the questions that are really out there, which is, when there's a skilled boxer in the ring, how skilled can you be? Yeah, you can beat guys up, take chances, get hit, and they can't hurt you because you got a solid chin, and you can counterpunch them into a coma, and you can entertain the crowd. But when you get in front of elite, fundamentally sound, high pedigree boxing, what is it going to be? I think Saturday night we see Boots Ennis be a high level, high pedigree boxer. We give him a lot of boxing accolades after Saturday night, and I think Karen is going to be a great dancing partner. I believe, will he stop Karen? I'm not going to lie to you. I do think he stops Karen. Does he need to stop Karen? To a degree, but not really, I don't think. I don't think this fight is about stopping Karen. I think this fight is about closing up all those holes that they say he had when he fought Karen last time. His ability to cut off that ring, mainly, right? Mainly his patience, They're going to test his patience. He got a little bit emotionally invested in that last fight. He let Karen frustrate him. A lot of things he was doing in that fight was off the strength of Karen not wanting to engage with him. Can he be disciplined, cut the ring off, not getting his emotions, and win these rounds? And I think ultimately Karen walks into something and gets stopped. But I think Boots puts knocking Karen out second to winning this fight in a great fashion. High pedigree fashion. I think the fight has an opportunity to be a real good fight Saturday, man. Better than what people think it's going to be. I have a feeling.
Salute to Swift 718, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on us in the super chat. I'm sorry, but I got to say it. Coach Kenny and Calvin sound soft, asking potential opponents to not mention Tank's name for a year. They said it to Devin and now Keyshawn. Soft stuff to me. Yeah, that is it's just nasty work.
Yeah,
Swift 718, brother, back in the super chat, dropping another half a dub on us in the super chat. He said it is clout chasing. Dude should want to the clout that comes from being the best in the world, beating the best in the world. Every fighter that ever put on a pair of gloves should want that clout. If this is facts. This is facts. You should want the best. There's nothing wrong with wanting to fight the best. Nothing.
There's something wrong with not wanting to fight the best.
Right. Ray Davis, our brother, back in the building, back in the super chat, dropping another half a dub on the super chat. Will Devin get the prior treatment for trying to force a fight with Tank as for having similar accolades as Sugar Ray being undisputed? How do we weigh these two as in conversation at Hall of Fame induction? Yeah, the Aaron Pryor treatment, right?
Yeah, you talking about him and
Sugar Ray Leonard.
Yeah,
see, that situation is tricky for me, right? Because Aaron Pryor was made an offer to fight Sugar Ray Leonard, but wasn't aware of the offer, Clay. And his team turned it down and he wasn't aware of it. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, his team turned the offer down without him knowing. And if I'm not mistaken, he fired his team or something. Stormy would know that. I know because I wasn't aware that the historian Kurt told me that. He made me aware of that. There was actually an offer made to him, and he said he would have took that offer, and his team turned it down without telling him. Never told him until the last second. So would Devin get the Aaron Pryor treatment for trying to force fight with Tank as for having similar accolades as Sugar Ray being undisputed? How do we weigh these two as in conversation at the Hall of Fame induction? And that's the problem, right, Ray? Because you can't really separate the two conversations.
Yeah, Echo said it was for $750K.
Oh, Echo said, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, see, there it is.
And he knows, trust me.
Yeah. See, Echo knows, see? See, Echo's aware. So, man, you can't, once you're at the Hall of Fame, right, there's no distinction between the two. It's just a Hall of Fame speech. Nobody's going to be like Clay said, well, this guy was just about money and this guy was about accolades. You know what I'm saying? You had Hall of Famers in the same, class as Floyd Mayweather and Terrence Crawford. I mean, Floyd Mayweather, Andre Ward. But, are they going to talk about the accolades? No, they're just both in the same class.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep. Either
you can't separate the two, which is terrible. Salute to Swift 718, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on us in the super chat. These guys still talking about, Tank came back out of prison. Son did 90 days inside and house arrest. Get out of here! Get out of here with that. Yeah, he didn't even do 90 days. He did 30 some days. Blade Brown, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on the super chat. Tank lose, all his fans are going to be on the self deletion to watch self deletion. Yep, Knockout.
Sometimes it looks like that.
TV. What's up, Knockout? Salute, knockout. Yeah, see, Echo said right there, 750,000.
750 G's.
Yeah. But let's get on out of here, man. My wife is texting me, telling me to get off and rest
me
my
too.
eyes.
Me too, man. She on me too, bro.
Yeah.
It was a great show as usual, man. I don't know if you still want to do that tomorrow night.
Oh yeah, tomorrow we got to. That's a must.
Yeah, we got to see it now. I think we all uniformly on the same page, hoping Keyshawn put pain on that boy.
Yeah.
That undercard is going to be good. That undercard is going to be good too, bro. The undercard is going to be good. Troy Isley has a live one on his hand, man. He got a real punch on him. So we'll see how Troy handle it. There's a couple of obviously all of Keyshawn's brothers on that card as well. You know what I'm saying?
What time does the card start? Do you know?
I think I want to say about 6 or so is the prelims. Let me pull it up. Let's see what's going on here with Top Rank. Let's see. I think the undercard starts. Oh no, you know what? That's the undercard for Matchroom. This one might be. This is gonna be a late fight, probably. Let me see. November 8th live. Approximately.
Stormy calls us 2 wives men.
Yeah. Salute.
2 wives men.
8 o'clock is the beginning of the
undercard.
No, 10 o'clock is the beginning of the main event. The actual. Yeah, I think the undercard starting about 8.
All right, so we start about 7:30 tomorrow.
All right, I might be a little late, but I'm hoping I should be on time though. But
okay,
if anything happens, I'll let you know. But I'll definitely be in at some point for sure.
All right, cool. Well, so is the undercard going to be on ESPN Plus?
It should be. That's what I would think. Okay. Yeah. Most of the time, Top Rank. That's how they do it. They do the undercard. I'm trying to get a time for the undercard, but it's not telling me. Yeah, I'm thinking about 8 o'clock. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. Is there even a prelim card though, or is this one just straight up?
Yeah, because all of Davis brothers on there, Troy Isley on there, so that's 4 fights right there.
Let's see here, event page.
I know they ain't gonna have 4 fights starting at 8 o'clock or 10 o'clock.
Right. Yeah, boy. At 10 o'clock, they're probably only gonna have like 3 fights.
They said 6:15.
6:15, ESPN undercard, no doubt. There we go. There we go.
Let's try to start 7:30.
Right.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all coming through. Go subscribe to my new channel. The link is pinned up in the chat. Go subscribe to my brother Claymore Rain. He's in the building. And make sure y'all hit the like button. Subscribe to the new channel, man. Subscribe to Claymore Rain channel, man. That's all we got for y'all. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blooded Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blooded Sports TV, all one word. So we got for y'all. We gone. Peace.